Present participles are used as continuous verbs, present, past, future continuous verb forms, and as adjectives. Present participles are not gerunds. There's a difference. Remember that a gerund functions as a noun. It's very similar to a noun, and it has an ing form. All of these have an ing ending on the end of what looks like a verb. Here's the verb work in the simple form. In the past tense and as a past participle, it becomes worked. This is a regular verb. And then as a present participle, it's working. He is working. This is in the present continuous tense. Here's the present participle as the main verb. There is a man working. This word modifies man. It's functioning as an adjective. You can also think of it this way. We could create two sentences. There is a man, period. He is working. If we eliminate this subject and verb, we have working remaining. Take off he and is, and it becomes there is a man working. And we can add to this, there is a man working on his computer. There is a man working on his computer. All of this describes man. Here's the present participle, and then here is a prepositional phrase after this present participle. He's a working man. We can think of this as an adjective for the word man, or we can consider this something like a compound noun. This is a noun in two parts, working man. He's a working man. A working man is a man who works. We usually use this for a man who does some type of labor, manual labor. Here's the verb cry, cried, cried, and crying. The baby is crying. Here's the verb in the present continuous tense. It's a crying baby. The present participle is being used as an adjective for baby. And I can hear a baby crying. The word crying is for the baby. It comes from actually two sentences. I can hear a baby, period, and let's say it's a female. She is crying. So you can have two sentences. I can hear a baby. She is crying. This can be reduced to just the word crying. Take off the subject and the verb. I can hear a baby crying. It's a crying baby. Notice you can use it for babies. Or the baby is crying. All of these are using the word cry as a present participle. In this sentence, the word crying is a gerund. This word is functioning as the subject in the sentence, and then here is the verb. Crying is a natural response. We also refer to this as an ing word. If that makes it easier for you when talking about words like present participles, if you just call them ing words and use this for present participles or gerunds, I think that's okay. It doesn't really matter as long as you know how to use the word in a sentence. Here's the verb burn. Burned, burned, burning. Here we'll combine two sentences. He smelled something. This is an object for this verb. Here's the subject. And in the next sentence, it was burning. Here's the subject, and then here's the verb. We can combine these two sentences and take just this part and put it here. He smelled something burning. He smelled something, it was burning. Or, he smelled something burning. There is something burning, and then we'll put a prepositional phrase after burning for the location. There is something burning in the oven. There's a house burning, or there's a burning house. There's a fire burning, or there's a burning fire. In these types of situations, you can use burning after the noun or before the noun. But if it's food, if you said, for example, there's a chicken burning, this is possible. You could say there's a chicken burning in the oven, or there's a burning chicken. You could use the word chicken here. It sounds a little odd. It's not impossible. You can do it, but some words, some nouns just don't work with certain adjectives or certain present participles. Here's the verb talk. Talked, talked, talking. They are talking. Here's the present continuous tense. I hear people talking. This could be in two parts. I hear people, period. They are talking. Or I hear people talking. Just take off the subject and that helping verb, and that sounds pretty good. But if you tried to put talking in front of people and say, I hear talking people, it sounds a little strange. So you can't always do this where the present participle comes after the noun or before the noun. It really depends on the noun that you use. Run, ran, run, running. The word run sometimes means to operate or something is working properly. It's running. The water is running. I turned on the faucet and the water came out. The water is running. You can hear water running. Here the present participle comes after water. You can hear water. It is running. Or you can hear water running. Just take this off. You can hear running water. In this sentence, it's okay to put running in front of water. And here, the word water is a subject, it's a noun, and running is an adjective for water. Running water is necessary. Both of these words are actually functioning together as a type of subject, running water. If I just said water is necessary, that's not really sufficient. We really need to have this word in front of water because it's a special kind of water. This is water that comes out of a faucet, running water. Here's the verb breathe, breathed, breathed, breathing. Use the word breathe when air comes into your body. Breathe. She's breathing. This is in the present continuous tense. I can hear her, period. She's breathing. We can take this off, she and is, and use the present participle for this sentence. I can hear her breathing. Or I can see her breathing. It is possible to use breathing as an adjective in front of a noun, depending on what kind of a noun it is. She has a breathing, and then here's the noun. She has a breathing tube. This is something found perhaps in a hospital. Or she has a breathing problem. This is the adjective. It's the present participle that's used for the noun. He's studying. This is the present continuous tense for the verb study. He's busy. He's studying. These two sentences can go together. He's busy, and then take this off and just use the word studying. This is the present participle, and this is describing what he's doing. He's busy studying, or he's busy working, or he's busy and then some other ing activity. Words like bore, confuse, and excite are often misused as present participles or as past participles. So for some students, this is something you want to pay attention to. Here, as present participles, these words are used as adjectives to describe a thing. This is boring. Here's the subject, this is the verb, and this is the adjective. The lesson is confusing. Subject, verb, adjective. That's so exciting. Here's the subject, here's the verb, and then here is the adjective. What happens sometimes is students will use these words or these words incorrectly and say something like, I'm boring, when what they really want to say is, I'm bored. This is the past participle describing the person. The sentence is in the present tense. I am bored. Not, I'm boring. Or, I'm confused. Not, I'm confusing, which is not impossible. You could use the word confusing after I'm confusing something. You would probably have to have an object after that. But I'm confused, or I'm excited, not exciting. Again, these words would most likely be used as adjectives for things or experiences. The verb go is often used with ing words. Here we have camping, shopping, and hiking. In these sentences, to be honest, I'm not sure if this would be considered a gerund or a present participle. But these are often used after the verb go. Here's the verb go in the past tense. We went camping. Here's The infinitive, they like to go shopping. And let's go hiking. It's very common to hear ing words after go. I hope this video helped you. If it did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing or becoming a member. Here's the verb subscribe. Subscribed, subscribed, subscribing. Are you a subscribing member of this channel? The word subscribing is used as an adjective for the word member.